Okay, so first of all, I would like to say to pay my high respect to doctors and say hello to all beloved classmates again with the chapter that I respond, chapter 11, evaluation and control. Okay, so evaluation and control from the book Strategic Management and Business Policy. So right now we move to our content. We need to detail one by one with point, okay, of the lesson chapter 11. Talk about the evaluation and control. Here is our content: evaluation and control in strategic management. Okay, and measuring performance, strategic information system. We talk about the problem in measuring performance. Number 5, guideline for the proper control. Number 6, strategic incentive management. Okay, can we go to detail together? So the first we talk about evaluation and control in the strategy management. So here is the evaluation and control process. Okay, we well know about the process, how to do, we have the process 1 to process 5, and how to say yes or stop like this. Okay. Okay, we have 5 process. The first process we talk about evaluation and control. When is the process that determining the effectiveness of a given strategy in achieving the organizational objective and taking corrective action wherever equal. Anyway, the steps in the strategy evaluation and control process are shown by the following figure. Verify, determining what to measure, okay, and determining what to measure mean managers need to specify what implementation process and result will be monitored and evaluate. Measurement must be found for all important areas, regardless of difficulty. It complicated, but you must prioritize what to manage, because you cannot observe and access very minute factor that might impact your strategy. And what are the measures mean. We talk about the strategies must mention the degree of the tolerance limit between which the variance between actors and standard performance may be accepted. And the second process is the establish predetermined standard. Standard are like we talk about the detailed expression of the strategy objective. Standard should be set not only for output but also for intermediate stages. If appropriate means are available for the measuring the performance, and if the standards are set in the right manner, strategy evaluation become easier. Setting control standard which can be qualitative or quantitative help determine how you will measure your goal and your appraise improvement. The measurement must be done at the right time. Okay, at the right time, evaluation will not meet its supposed likely. And number 3, measure performance. The process number 3 talk about the measure performance. Measure performance, one standard are set. The next step into measures your performance. Measurement have like compare actual performance with standard. Measurement must be made at predetermined time. Measures can then be addressed in the monthly or quarterly review meeting. For measures the performance, financial statement like balance sheet, profit and loss account must be separate on an annual basis. And the process of the evaluation and control number 4, does performance match standard? Actual performance results are within the deserve tolerate range. The measure process should be stopped here. Competitive marking can help you find out if any gap between target and actuals are normal for the industry or are sign of an internal problem. The organization can use both quantitative and qualitative criteria for the comprehensive assessment of the performance. It helps to find out deviation. And the last of the process, evaluation and control, take the corrective action. One, you determine why performance deviated from the standard. You decide what to do about it. Either external performance reward fall outside the tolerate range, then action must be taken to correct the deviation. If the strategies discover that the organization potential does not match with the performance requirement, then the standard must be lower depending on the cause of the each deviation. You either decide to make action to correct performance revise the standard or take no action. If the performance is consistently less than the desired performance, the strategies must carry a detailed analysis of the factor responsible for the such performance. So these are the various steps of the strategy evaluation and control. In terms whether the performance standard as the acceptable or not. If it's not acceptable, then corrective action step may be taken later. Continue. Okay, evaluation and control strategy management that I said, all the word that I explained, all the word already with this one. Okay, number 2, measuring performance. Okay, measuring performance mean measuring performance. Measuring performance the end of the result. Okay. And type of the control, behavior control, how something is done. Okay, how something is done through the policy, okay, okay, procedures, rule, okay, SOP, and output control. Output control, what is to be the accomplished focus on end result through performance target. Input control, result, skill, ability, value, and motive. Behavior control, ISO 9000 standard series, ISO 14,000 standard series like this. And measuring performance type of the control activity based on causing, okay, ABC, like allocation of the indirect and fleet cost into individual product or product line based on the value added activity and more accurate charge of the cost. And in enterprise risk management, we can say ERM, identify the risk, rank the risk, measure the risk. And measuring financial, there are 3 ways to measure a company: market, income, and asset. We will know already with this one. And financial measurement provide information that are need to successfully respond to the present. And then more with this, okay, traditional financial accounting measures: return on investment, earning per share, return on equity, return on assets, return on invest capacity, net present value, internal rate of the return, capital asset pricing model. Okay, problem. We talk about the problem in performance measures that are based on a traditional financial accounting method are financially based, internally focused, backward looking, and departmentalized. Key trend in performance measurement. Okay, it has in organizational management, profitability report, key performance indicator, revising measure for customer and channel profitability, adjust alignment of the PM component, improve support and automation for the PM process, improve data equality and consistency. Okay, focus on key trade performance measurement. Okay, focus on information that influences, okay, influences the decision making, and only relevant information should be target lighting. Characteristic: comparable, clear, and understandable. Okay, popular financial performance measures: return or equity. Measuring from effective get the generating profit from every unit shareholders equity. Okay, and this one we need to show. And return on asset, measuring how to profitability a company assets in generate revenue. Okay. Okay, the economic value added involve intensive adjust to, okay, adjust to financial statement in order to deter, okay, sorry, uh, determine if a value has been created or destroyed during the year. So E1 mean after tax operating income, mean invest in assets when rank cost capital, and focus overcome manipulation as the highly correct, include cost for the finance debt and equity, how cost capital motivate employee as the measure single area of performance. EVA mean should, okay, should report as the compensation plan, bonus plan like it. And cost the value added. A measures of the amount of the cash generated by the company through the corporation. Operation cash flow, cash flow demand. Give the investor an idea on how a company in generating cash for one period to another. Okay, for example in this one. In the slide you can see mean value CVA, okay, big than 0 mean value added, CVA smaller than 0 mean value destroy. Okay, it was an EVA or CVA compare. Is our the number of the EVA, the number to calculate the value of the company could be based on the Freddy's book value. Okay, that cannot influence result. The business can to the 40 assessment. And CVA mean the number of the calculate the value at about the investor expectation of the 1 year less complete than calculating AVA and look at the case value, not the book value. No design of the measurement not influenced by the organization. Okay, depreciation policy. Okay, we can do with like the with the EVA and CVA, mean we understand how to do, how to make, how to check with this one. Okay, balance scored approach. So combine financial measures that the result of the action are already taken with the operational measuring on the customer's stratified internal processes and cooperation, innovation and improvement activity, the driver of the future financial performance. Okay, and translate an organization mission and strategy into goal and measures organization into four different perspective. Financial performance mean we need to well know how to we appear to shareholders, and customer knowledge mean how do the customer view us. Internal business perspective or processes mean what most we excel at with this. And innovation and learning, we need to do how can we continue to improve and create value with this one. Okay, measuring performance. Continue with this balance scores. The balance scores help the organization to determine process toward to the goal and objective, communication, strategy, direction. Okay, determine success or the followers of the strategy. Initiate to define future strategy, how to do get it successful, establish benchmark, demonstrate value added. So evaluating top management and the board of director. Chairman, CEO, feedback, instruction, and in increasing number of the company are evaluating their CEO by using at 7-item questionnaire developed by the Jaran an authority on the corporation government, company performance, leadership of the organization, team building and management succession, leading of the external constitution. Management audit are very useful to board of the director in evaluating management handling of the various corporate activity, corporate social responsibility, focus on areas such as the marketing department division, such as the international division. Okay, strategic audit chapter 1. Okay, primary measures division and functional performance. So divisional and function performance responsibility center are used to isolate a unit so that it can be evaluated separately from the rest of the corporation. Standard cost center, revenue center, expand centers, profit centers, investment center like. Okay, using bench marking. Uh, con- continual continual process of the measuring product, service, and practice against the truest competitors or those company of recognize as the industry leader. Okay, identify mean the bench making process usually involve the following step. Identify the area of the process to be examined, find the behavioral and output measures of the organization process and often measurement. Select an accessible set of the competitors and based in the class company again with to benchmark. And number four, calculate the different amount of the company performance measurement and those the best in the class and determine why the different exit. And five, develop a tactical program for the closing performance gap. And number six, we talk about the implement to mean involve the following step like implement the program and then compare the resulting new measuring with those of the best in class company. Okay, internal measures issues. Internal the measure issues transfer the pricing, okay, repatriation of the profit, okay, privacy and recognize the value of the managing in transparency, accept brand, okay, stakeholder relationship, reportation, culture of the organization, knowledge, innovation, exploring. Okay, number three, we move to number three, strategies information system. Okay, so introduction in 1992 by, according from Dr. Charles Wiseman and this primarily used within the field of the information system. Increase it create in response to business entitative to provide uncompetitive advantage. They can be customer based on manners of formal and informal or informal. One of the key reason we give for the bankruptcy of the international harvester was the inability of the corporation top management to the precisely determine income by a major class of the similar product because this the inability management keep try to fix a link like this. And business and was unable to respond flexibility to major change and unexpected event. So in crash, one of the key reasons for the success of the Walmart has been management use the company, okay, sophisticated information system to control purchasing decision. Case means register in the Walmart restore trend information to compare at the company headquarter, and consequently manager know every morning exactly how many items were sold the day before, how many have been sold so far in the year, and how this year is compared to the last year. Mean we need to do how to sell before the last year and this year. Mean we need to compare. Okay. Okay. The information system allow all the reordering to be done uh, automatically automatically by the computer without any managerial input. Interest resource is planning. Many corporations around the world have the enterprise resource planning, okay, software until all the company merge business activity from the ordering process to product within a single family of the so far moral the system provide instead access to critical information to everyone in the organization from the CEO, the factory floor worker like it. Okay, and continue divisional and function is support. Okay, we need to talk about how to okay make about the divisionals or functional support at the divisionals or SBUs at the level of the corporation in the information system should be used, okay, should be used to support or reinforce or the allied in the business level strategies through edition support system. And SBU's processing strategy of the overall course leadership could use in the information system to resource costs thereby providing a lower productivity or improving the use of overall resources such as the inventory or material in ways uh, invest like we can say uh, significantly in several type of information system to measure and track the performance of the device receivers together. This information system give feedback of the faster error response time in the overnight delivery business ID. Okay, we move to number 4. We need to talk about the problem in measuring, okay, measuring performance. Measuring performance means the measuring okay the measurement of the performance is the crucial part of the evaluation and control the lack of the quantifiable objective of performance standard and the inability of the information system to provide a timely and vast information are two worst control problem. According to main Wiseman, past CEO of the eBay, if you can measure it, you can control it. That's why eBay has okay, multitude of the measure from the total revenue and profit to take rate. The real of the revenues to the value of the goods trade on the side. Without objective and timeless thresholding in should be extremely difficult to make operation nevertheless the use of the timely quantifiable. Okay, we have the short term, okay, this one, but the standard does the not accurate the good performance. Okay, the short term orientation top executive report that in many situations they release neither the long-term application or of the present operation of the strategy they have the adopted nor the operational impact a strategy on the corporation mission. And long run evaluation. Okay, may not be that because the executive have the don't realize their important believe that short run consideration are more important than long run consideration. Okay, consideration and personally we evaluate on the long term basis or don't have the time to make a long run away. There is no real justification for the first and last reason of the executive release the importance of the long run. And evaluation uh, uh, it evaluation they make the time date to conduct them and even those many chief executive point to immediate results or from the investment community and a short-term incentive and promotion plan to support the second and third season. Okay, evidence does not always support their client. Okay, here is our goal. Displacement. Okay, goal displacement is the uh, situation in which new goal has been developed by the completely this regarding the strategy, operational and tactical goal for the survival of the organization. Goal this okay displacement is the edge of the unintentional goal in the original goal into the new goal and such as displacement result organization results away from the organization goal when the goals become to the primary goal in an company goal in that take place to type of the goal displacement behavior subsistation sub situation at sub of the stimulation. Okay, we have two like behavior subsistence behavior. Subsistence refers to fem okay okay phenomenon when people substitute activity that do not lead to goal the accomplishment for the activity that lead to goal accomplishment because the wrong activity are being reward. A class example of the behavior subsistence happened a few years ago said. And sales management does that it could improve employee inductivity, trading performance to reward it, therefore paid commission to it into the shop employee as the percentage of the each repair bill. Behavior substitution result as the employee alter their behavior to fit the reward system. The result was overwhelmed customer charge for the work never done and scandals that studies seals the reputation for the many years. And the second talk about the sub optimization refers to the phenomenon of the until of the temerizing is the goal accomplishment to accomplishment of the discipline of the organization as the whole. The emphasis in the light corporation on the developing separate responsibility center can create some problem for the corporation as a whole. To the extent that division or function until overview it separate internal mind refer to corporate with other until the division on the same corporation. If the corporation could in some way negatively affect in performance evaluation. Okay, so we move to number 5, guideline or proper, proper control. Okay, uh, in designing a control system, top management should remember that control should follow strategy. Under control ensure the use of the property strategy, proper strategy achieve objective. And there is the strong likelihood that functional side effect will completely undermine the implementation of the objective. The following guidelines are recommended. Okay, and control should involve. Okay, control should involve the minimum amount of the information need to give about the pictures of the event. Too many control create the confusion. Focus on the strategy for factors by the following the 8 or 20 rule. Okay, up 20 rule it means that monitor those 20% of the factor that determine 80% of the result, like it. And number 2, control the short monitors only meaningful activity and result regard of the measuring, like talk about the difficulty if cooperation between division important incorporates performance. Some of the qualitative or quantitative measures should be applied to monitor cooperation. And 3, control should be timely so that correct action can be taken before it too late. Resembling control that monitors or measures the factor influence for performance should be stressed so that even notice of the problem is given. And number 4, long term and short control should be if only short-term measures are the imprecise or short-term manage orientation is the light. Okay, it is the likely. And number 5, control should arm and pinpointing exception. Okay, exception only activity or result that fall outside predetermined tolerate should call for the action. And number 6, emphasize the reward of the meeting or the existing standard rather than understand for the failing to meet standard. Heavy punishment of the failures typically result in the goal displacement. Managers will first report and lobby for the lower standard. Okay, move to the last point. Okay, strategic incentive management. Okay, strategic incentive management to ensure consequent between the need of the corporation as the whole and the need of the employees are individuals. Management and the boards of the directors should develop a management and the boards of the directors should develop an intensive program that reward results in performance type of the incentive bonuses, incentive over salary, benefits, short-term annual incentive, long-term annual incentive, and stock option. The reason indicate that stock options are being replaced by creators emphasis on performance related pay, and the following three approaches are the tailors to help match measures and reward with adjusting strategy objective and the time frame. Okay, and here the weight vector mentor. And the weight vectors mentors particular application for the measures and reward the performance use the SPU managers and group level executive when performance vector and their important vary from SPU in the other, and using the portfolios analysis one the corporate measurement mind contain the following variation. The performance of the high performance star like SPUs is the measure equally in terms of the ROI cash flow, market share, okay, flow and cash flow, market share, and progress on several future strategic product. The performance of the low growth but strong cash cow in the contract is the measures in the term of the market share and cost generate and the performance of the developed question mark lady. Okay, here is the examples of the weight vector approach to a strategy according from the book Strategy Management and Business Policy. Okay, you can check with this one high and low about it. This one industrial awareness. Okay, long term. The second we talk about the long term evaluation mentors. Okay, compensate a manager for the achieving objectives set over the multi-year period. Objective is the promise sum the company or the performance until like this one. Number 3, strategy found mentor. The strategy found mentors are across the incorrect exhaustive to look at the developed expenses as the being different from the expenses required for the current operation, and then the accounting statement for the corporation until all the strategy fund as the separate entry the current ROI if it is therefore the possible the distinguish between expense dollar consumed in the general of the current revenues and those invest in the future of the business. Therefore, managers can be evaluation on both a short and long-term basis and has an incentive to invest strategy found in futures. Okay, for example, being the total sale of the unit, okay, many a lot of the like this one, and show living across a map of the many substrate general and administrative expense. Okay, so we move to our conclusion. Here is our conclusion. We talk about the having step strategy management without evaluation control. Evaluation and control is like playing football, okay, and so on. And the tricky in use is how should we measure performance? It measures profit sufficiency. Does income statement tell us what we need? Okay. what we need uh, and the across mental of the according numbers are to count a cell even when a case has not yet been resolved, and therefore other form might be the profitable must be but still go the bankrupt because it can't pay its bill. Evaluation and control is one of the most difficult part of the strategy management. No one measures can tell us what we need to know, and that's why we need to use not only the traditional measures of the financial performance such as the net earning, ROI, and EPS, but we need to consider using EVA or MVA and balance the scorecard. And the measures of the performance can those the result, the short-term uh, short-term orient action and goal displacement that why expert suggest that we use multiple measure of the only those things that provide a measurable and reliable picture of the event, and the measures result of the corporate performance allow to the decide whether we need to reformulate of the strategy, improve its implementation, or rather more information about the computation. Okay, thank you so much. My presentation with chapter 11, evaluation and control, come to the end. Thank you so much for your paying attention.